I made a mistake. I definitely regret it. I wish there was a chance.
In Hell's Kitchen, eliminations aren't just about bad cooking. Sometimes they feel inevitable. After weeks of arrogance, sabotage, excuses, or total kitchen disasters, there comes a moment when even Gordon Ramsay has seen enough. And when that jacket finally comes off, it's pure satisfaction. Some exits shocked the entire kitchen, while others had fans cheering at their screens. From overconfident chefs crashing hard to toxic contestants finally getting exposed, these eliminations became some of the most unforgettable moments in Hell's Kitchen history. The pressure, the drama, and the downfall all led to one brutal sentence nobody escapes. Give me your jacket. Number 1. Matt Hearn. Season 16. Matt's elimination was satisfying because it felt long overdue. From the very beginning, he constantly blamed everyone else for his mistakes. When Gordon caught raw scallops during service, Matt instantly threw teammate Andrew under the bus instead of taking responsibility. That became his pattern all season. What made Matt so frustrating was his attitude. He argued with judges, refused punishments, fought with teammates, and acted like the competition was unfair whenever he failed. During one challenge, he even served the slider without an actual burger patty, then mocked the judges for criticizing it. Meanwhile, his performances kept getting worse. Overcooked lobster, poor communication, and non-stop excuses finally pushed Gordon over the edge. That reality check hit hard, and when Gordon told him to take off his jacket, fans were more than ready to see him go. Number 2, Scott Hawley. Season 7. Scott.
Garnish. And with 3 members of the red team already kicked out of the kitchen.
I've never worked in a fucking brigade before.
The rest of the team is struggling to fill the vacancies.
Hawley talked like he had already won Hell's Kitchen before the competition even started. He called himself an executive chef above everyone else and said finishing second would be embarrassing. The problem was, his cooking never matched his ego. Throughout the season, Scott constantly messed up services while blaming everyone around him. One of his worst moments came when Gordon called out his undercooked beef. Even after his entire team agreed it was raw, Scott still acted like he knew better. That arrogance only got worse after he switched to the red team. He criticized his teammates for lacking talent, yet he was the only chef ruining the meat station. Gordon finally snapped after another disastrous service. Even during elimination, Scott insisted he was the best chef and leader on the team. But Gordon's final comment said it all perfectly. Number 3, Tiffany Johnson. Season 10.
However, when their time comes to give up their jacket to Chef Ramsay, it makes it all that much sweeter. What's going on, guys? I'm Flynn Masters, and today, we'll be looking at the most satisfying—
Tiffany's elimination was satisfying for one simple reason. She never seemed to care. While other chefs fought to survive, Tiffany constantly looked lazy, careless, and completely uninterested in improving. Her worst moment came during an Italian-themed service, when she burned a pizza and casually suggested cutting off the burnt part before serving it to children. She even admitted she hated cooking for kids because their opinions don't matter. Even worse, she showed almost no urgency while the kitchen collapsed around her. By elimination, Tiffany suddenly claimed she cared deeply about her team and the competition, but nobody was buying it anymore. Her lack of effort finally caught up with her, and fans were more than happy to watch Gordon send her home. Number 4.
Let's go, ladies, let's go.
Yes, Chef.
You one man down.
Kenneth McDuffie. Season 19. Kenneth's time in Hell's Kitchen was painfully short, but honestly it never looked like he belonged there in the first place. During the signature dish challenge, Gordon immediately knew something was wrong when Kenneth finished cooking with 20 minutes still left on the clock. Then came the tasting, burnt chicken, sloppy presentation, and a dish so bad Gordon gave it a score of 1. Things somehow got even worse during the shrimp challenge, where Gordon revealed the chef with the worst dish would be eliminated immediately. That chef ended up being Kenneth. While tasting his pasta dish, Gordon suddenly discovered a random chunk of potato inside it, even though potatoes weren't supposed to be anywhere near the recipe. The entire kitchen stood there confused while Kenneth awkwardly tried explaining himself. At that moment, it was obvious he was completely out of his depth. His elimination felt less shocking and more inevitable. Number 5. Mark Quinones, Season 19. Mark
One is burnt.
Yeah, one is burnt. So that's the flatbread. There's the capellini with it. I've got no idea where the coordination is. I said to you about the timing. Get it together.
constantly called himself a natural leader, but his team saw something completely different. From the very first dinner service, teammates complained that he blamed others for mistakes and acted more like a boss than a leader. What made Mark so frustrating was his attitude. Every time he got nominated for elimination, he claimed the team was playing politics instead of admitting his own failures, while his services kept getting worse. Burnt risotto, sloppy stations, and constant arguments pushed everyone to their breaking point. During one service, Mark ignored advice from his teammates and insisted he knew better, only for Gordon to immediately call out his undercooked risotto and overcooked carbonara. By elimination night, Cody was so desperate to send Mark home that he actually nominated himself just to increase the odds. Thankfully, the gamble worked. After weeks of arrogance and non-stop barking, watching Mark finally leave Hell's Kitchen felt incredibly satisfying. Number 6. Jason Underwood, Season 4.
I screwed it up tonight.
It's okay, we won.
You'll be all right, Nolan. We ain't going home. One of the boys is gone.
Jason's elimination was satisfying because almost nobody could stand him. In just 3 episodes, he managed to become one of the most disliked contestants in Hell's Kitchen history, thanks to his non-stop sexist comments and terrible attitude. From day one, Jason constantly talked about how men were better than women, and somehow his behavior only got worse from there. He mocked the women's team every chance he got, and even laughed at Christina when she gave an emotional plea during elimination. The funniest part? Jason couldn't even back up his arrogance in the kitchen. During episode 3, Gordon simply asked him to recite the dessert menu, and Jason completely froze under pressure. Moments later, he practically quit on the spot. That made Gordon's elimination decision incredibly easy. After all the trash talk, Jason crumbling over something so basic made his downfall one of the most satisfying exits the show has ever seen. Number 7. Sarah Horowitz, Season 2. Unlike
Thank you.
That was amazing. So good.
Well done, all 4 of you. Now listen carefully.
the loud and arrogant chefs, Sarah played a much sneakier game. Instead of openly fighting with teammates, she sabotaged them behind their backs, especially Virginia. One of her worst moments came during service when she lied about having the turbot ready, causing Virginia to get destroyed by Gordon. In confessionals, she made it clear she didn't care if Virginia failed. What made Sarah so frustrating was how fake she could be. She would comfort Virginia to her face, then immediately trash her behind closed doors. But the karma finally hit in episode 8. After winning a challenge, Virginia earned immunity, and Gordon gave her the power to decide whether she or Sarah would stay in Hell's Kitchen. And guess what she did? That led to one of the most satisfying eliminations ever, as Gordon told Sarah to take off her jacket and leave. After weeks of sabotage, it was the perfect payback. Number 8. Johnny McDevitt, Season 16.
Hey, can I hug everybody before I go?
Whatever you want.
All right, man, I'm gonna miss y'all,
Sarah, I'm
okay?
gonna miss you too.
I love all y'all, okay? 100 is no longer part of Hell's Kitchen.
Johnny's elimination was satisfying because he spent most of the season acting more like a bully than a chef. He constantly mocked his teammates, especially Gennaro and Kimberly. After Gennaro struggled during service, Johnny publicly humiliated him and later celebrated his elimination with zero sympathy. But his worst behavior came when he targeted Kimberly for no reason other than entertainment, openly saying he wanted to make her cry. The karma finally hit during episode 8. Before service, Shayna warned Johnny to sear the fish ahead of time, but he ignored her advice completely. Instead of taking responsibility, Johnny blamed Shayna and the rest of his team for letting him fail. That excuse didn't work on Gordon. After weeks of arrogance and toxic behavior, watching Johnny finally get eliminated felt completely deserved. Number 9. Matthew Francis Johnson, Season 20.
Matt's risotto proves marvelous with both Chef Ramsay and hungry guests.
Melanie,
Yes, Chef?
you don't get it, do you? Scott, come over.
Matthew came into Hell's Kitchen believing his success as a cooking influencer would carry him through the competition. Instead, he became one of the quickest disasters in recent memory. His downfall started immediately during the signature dish challenge when Gordon discovered Matthew had served shrimp without removing the digestive tract. That alone was bad enough. But the next challenge somehow went even worse when Matthew served Gordon raw chicken. His excuse? He wasn't used to working under pressure because he normally cooked on his own time schedule. Things completely fell apart during dinner service. With VIP guests waiting over an hour for food, Matthew secretly pulled out a digital meat thermometer, breaking one of Hell's Kitchen's biggest rules. At elimination, Gordon absolutely destroyed him, listing every mistake one by one before finally ending it with, "Give me your jacket." Honestly, it was impossible to argue with that decision. Number 10, Josh Waller. Season 3. Josh's elimination wasn't just satisfying, it was legendary. For most of the season, Josh acted like a leader despite constantly dragging his team down with mistake after mistake. He loved bossing people around, but whenever service started, he completely fell apart. Undercooked pasta, raw pastry, dry lamb, bland potatoes. Josh managed to mess up almost everything he touched. Still, Gordon gave him another chance. Big mistake. Josh returned to the kitchen acting just as cocky, while continuing to tank service. His infamous spaghetti disaster became one of the most embarrassing moments in Hell's Kitchen history. But the final straw came when Josh served another undercooked risotto during dinner service. That's when Gordon completely snapped. No nomination, no goodbye speech, just pure rage. And honestly, after weeks of chaos, it felt completely deserved.